Hey, hey. Okay, I want to share with you guys. This is day 100 and I don't even know what. I've lost count of yes, but here's today's epiphany around yes, and it is the yes of choice. Um, and what is the difference between a decision and a choice? Because, Byron Katie said, no decision, no fear. And I'm like, but at some point, you've got to act. And in order to act, you've got to make a decision. And I think I get now what she's saying. And it's how we frame decision. Decision is I've got two things or more that I'm trying to pick between. And if I pick this one, it means I have to say no to this one. But I don't want to say no to this one. If I wanted to say no to this one, there would be no decision. It would be done. So I want them both. I want both things. I don't want to say no. And so but the two things that I want are in conflict with each other. They actually can't coexist. And if I'm trying to keep them both, they cancel each other out in their coexistence, meaning I actually don't get to have either one powerfully. So let's say, for example, okay, let's take a fairly benign example of maybe I want to lose a few pounds. And so but I love eating, I love food, and I love chocolate cake, and I want to have the chocolate cake. And I know from past experience that what works for me is to actually take a day where I really reduce the amount of food that I'm eating. And this means I have to say no to the food, and I have to say no to the chocolate cake, and I don't want to do that. So I get stuck in this story of, in order to do this, which will give me this, I have to deprive myself. I have to say no to this. And so I live in this state. It's like I don't commit. I live in this state of yes, no, I should, and I'd like to, and maybe today I will, but I haven't committed to anything. Because I still keep thinking, but I want this other thing, and I don't want to say no to it. And so we live in this limbo land of stuckness and anxiety, and like I'm not moving toward what I want. And it is really, bottom line, it's about the fear of saying no to something that we want. And so you got to just forget all of that and reframe it, both in the what am I saying yes to, which is the choice. Here's what I'm choosing to, for example, be the weight that I want to be, and in order to do that, what's going to support me in that is this choice to minimize what I eat on a day. And then, but here's the key, because we'll make the choice for what we want, but then we go, this is the thing that I want that I can't have now. And we start thinking about that, and it's hard. I feel hungry. I feel like I want to have this thing and I don't get to have this thing. And we get into this resistance that is pulling us out of the yes of the choice. So instead of doing that, what if you said yes to the choice, and then yes to everything that comes with that choice, the full experience of that choice? Meaning, I say yes to, I hate restricting my food. I say yes to, I'm feeling hungry right now. And yes just means I love it, and love it not in the cultural, oh, I love it so much, more please, this is so great. That's not the definition of love that's going to work here. What it means, I'm discovering, to love everything in your experience is simply to get intimate with whatever's there, to get curious about it, to engage with it, to be open to it, to let it teach you something, show you something, help you understand something more deeply than you ever possibly could if you're in the no, I don't want this. And so, for example, let's just say I choose, okay, today I'm going to restrict my calories to this much. And then as the day goes on, I start to feel hungry, and the little fantasy of like, oh, my chocolate cake tonight that I don't get to have comes into my brain. Just open up and go, okay, I'm thinking about chocolate cake. I'm thinking about how I don't get to have chocolate cake. Oh, I'm noticing in my body what it feels like to have this sensation of not fullness, which I label hungry, and I label as uncomfortable, and I label as I don't like it. But instead of labeling anything about it, just get curious about, this is a part of this choice that I am making in order to be the weight that I want to be. And so how can I be curious about it? How can I be in the experience of it? And so that is why no decision, no fear, because you're not making a decision to leave something behind. You're choosing something and then playing with it. Like really make it an adventure. Get in there and play in the everything that shows up around this experience. So I've been working with that and trying it, and it does really change. It completely eliminates that feeling that I'm saying no to something, because that's not where I'm choosing to turn my attention. I'm turning my attention to, what's this feeling like? What's this experience like? What's happening right now? Oh, what about in this minute? What's happening? Oh, I notice I'm leaving this minute to go into the future tonight where I'm hungry, or to go into the past where, well, whatever. The point is that you're leaving the present. So just keep coming back to the present. Okay, well, whatever's here right now, let me just be with it and explore it. So anyway, take a decision that you're stuck in and you're not committing to either way, and see what it's like to just pick one. It doesn't matter. I could pick, no, I'm not gonna restrict my food. I'm gonna have all the food I want. I'm gonna eat all the time, and I'm going to put on weight, and my clothes are gonna look a certain way, and my health and fitness is gonna feel a certain way. Well, okay, let me just say yes to that and be curious about that and see what it has to teach me. So give it a try and see what you find. Okay, thanks everyone.